Welcome back, everyone. I want to show you how to make fancy up some of these cheap eyeballs just for $1 at the Dollar Tree. As you can see, they're not real fancy, and I kind of think they have way too many veins, so I scraped some of these off. We can always put more on here. I'm just going to use acrylic paints to paint on here. If you have oil based, like model paints or something, that'd work too. It just takes longer to dry between coats. Let's see, these scrape off pretty easy. Yeah, get every other one or so. Light them up. Or you could sand them too, lightly, with some high grit sandpaper. Let's see, here's a couple different ones there I did. Pretty shiny. And I added some string, which you have yarn or something to make the optic nerve. But these were done with this paint pen. But when I put the clear fingernail polish, it turned red and brown. But it's still cool. It's focused. And then I might show you how to do, I guess, if you just have ping pong balls. It'd help if you had something round like this. It's a little big, but that'd give you the idea of the shape of an iris. But yeah, we'll show you this real quick. And I've been using these metallic-y, but I also use these lighter shades because the eye color is not usually solid. And I don't even pour it in. I'm just going to use it right out of the out of the cap. Try not to mix anyway. And you could add layers too. And clear coat with the fingernail polish in between. That really gives it depth like a real eye. If you want to go all out. Yeah, here I'll do one of these yellow ones first. This is a really old pen. 92, 93 is probably when I got it. And the reason it lasts is because it has a screw-on cap. And it is a little bigger. They might still make them today. It's on its last leg. But yeah, see how you just dab that on there. It don't really matter. I'll touch it up with black for the iris or the pupil.
I might get it done in a circle. Alright, let that dry. I'll cut this one. I want to get the shaders in my paint. I'll paint this one. Set that aside.
That's alright if you get out of line. You can always clean it up later. And I'm using like a little liner brush. Oh, we'll edit that out. I'm making the cornea a little bigger, make the pupil smaller right now. Like I said, I'll touch that up with black later. I hit some with a little darker metallic on here, just kind of randomly.
Rinse it out. I'll do another one. That's right, you like over that.
It's alright. If you get a little messy, you can always fix it. Wipe it off, try it again, paint over it. Practice makes perfect. Alright, we'll let these dry. There's a little bit more white on there, or light blue. We'll try to match it a little better. And I'll put more layers over top of these. Let's see if this was dry.
Just touch it up so it's gonna do this spaghetti.
Dabbing helps get this on here evenly. If you try to swipe it, it smears it off. Just about dry. So let that dry a few minutes. You could use probably use Elmer's glue or some sort of clear coat, but this is what really makes them pop. Go. I don't want to get real thick on this coat. Just something to protect those layers. That one wasn't quite dry. It's got a little blue on there. We'll put some more on there. We gave him a messed up pupil. It happens. Whoops. It's alright. Alright, we'll let those dry a minute. And basically, you're just painting it, letting that dry, clear coating it with something. Let that dry, and then you just, when this is dry, I'll add some more layers of color over top. Then we'll clear coat that again with fingernail polish. We'll let those dry. Alright, I'll show you how to, if you just had a ping pong ball or even a rubber ball, bouncy balls, those might work too to paint. Those would be kind of cool because you could bounce them. I would just we'll make this side green. Just to give you a good outline of a circle. So, boom. This first coat could be thin. I didn't think I should have washed this off. It might have mold release or something on it. They might have wiped it on that side that we got printed though. That's probably printed with a pad, a rubber stamp thing, pad printing. It says it's a convex, I mean. There's outline. We'll let that dry. Alright, these blue ones should be dry. Oh, it's alright. Yeah, we'll do a little sparkly blue over. If you had some transparent colors, those would work good too. Which is, this green is semi-transparent. Maybe hard to cover. I don't have any green. I'll make some real quick. I keep some paints a couple days in this, which those are still wet from a couple hours ago when I did the mummy fairies. So I'll make a little darker green. if possible. I'm just trying to make a little bit. And we'll go about 50-50 with this. That should give us a dark green. If not, we can adjust it.
Now let's spot this over that. It's a little dark green, but not too dark maybe. But once we add layers, it'll be alright. And it'll mix with that semi-transparent. That's alright, we know the pupil, it'll be right in there somewhere. Gosh, rolls right over on it. Alright.
See how these are doing. So clear on this. It'll probably turn red. That's so weird. Reddish brown. Weird. It even got on there. This trick is not to wipe it a lot. I'll let that dry. Shadow dry fast. This fingernail polish dries fast. I don't want to try not to contaminate my model. I don't have any acetone on hand, but yeah, we got most of it out. I think I bought this for $1 at some discount place. You can get them for $1, it's worth it. Alright, we'll set that to dry. These are still wet, so we'll come back in a few minutes. Right. Oh, got eyes sticking. Mix this one up. Some light green, that dark green. Get some glow in the dark paints, that'd be cool too. And I'll hit it with some metallic too. But you could probably do this with a Sharpie or something too. Like Crayola or some other marker might not, it'd wipe off on here and wouldn't dry right. It might though. You just have to try. But these little bottles of acrylic are really cheap, like $1, 50 cents. I guess these metallics might be $1, 89 cents or something. Pretty inexpensive for some decorations. That's something the kids can do actually. You know, these eyeball packages were a dozen, 6 pair for $1. That one's a lot bigger. A little too big, but I hit this up some more. Trying to get right next to that, but that tip's a little screwy. That'll be alright. Which for the optic nerve, I just glued a bunch of these threads. This little cheap spool. Just glue some of them long ways to make a optic nerve. And then we'll paint this red. So I'll go ahead and we can do that now. I'm gonna use a bigger brush though. Otherwise, this will be dry for later.
That really gives it a shine. More realistic.
This is the one I made a couple days ago. This one I just painted. And it might not all stick at once, but that's alright. Just let it sit there, and then you can go back and glue the rest of it down after that center part dries. I might put a little more glue on there too. And just let it dry like that.
And I was using that skeleton string rope, but we'll do one of these. We'll leave it up here in a second. Add more glue if necessary. And I can open up these. Just trying to separate those threads. Just sounds like you're buying for $1 for the rolls. Yeah, something like that. When they dry a little bit more, we can separate these strings. And let that dry.
We're about done with these. Like I said, you don't have to get real fancy. You don't want to.
little more there. Alright, maybe only some more.
Alright, we'll let that dry. I'll do a little black notes too. And let it all dry and then I'll clear coat it with some fingernail polish. See, I'm always kind of raking in or out the radius of the circle. That's the way most eyes are go. Alright, I'll let these dry.
It's pretty good. Kind of big, but proportional is off. I was doing veins with a red Sharpie. And whatever, just scribbling around. I can always go over this a little bit with a clear fingernail polish. I think rubbing over might take them off. You see it does smear a little bit. I'm gonna let it dry, put another coat on there. I'm done with the painting really. That one touched the paper towel, kind of blew it out. Kind of looks like cells. Yeah. I find it's better just to blot it and then smooth it and add more. Don't keep rubbing it. This dries really fast. The fingernail polish. I should say crust over, don't really dry all the way, but get the skin over. That one's real shiny. That looks awesome. Here's this other one we painted. Put it on this other one the other day. Oh. I didn't split these up real fine. It's alright, nobody will see them. The good parts up front. The cool parts. We'll set that aside to dry. I'll get these with another one. See, I kind of went both ways, direction.
We'll make some pop. I might add some more transparent on that one. And I had this. It was like a candle holder, I think. I just threw some old galls in there, and I made up. I don't have a printer, so I had to make up my own. But I just made up my own label to put on there, and I'll just glue that on.
It's Batavia Institute. Some of you might not know that's actually the Bellevue Sanitarium in Illinois. That's what it was originally called. Founded in 1853, something like that. Oh, we got the mud stains on there. Alright, don't want to hold very good. So put this on there till it dries. It's a little crooked. That's alright. That's cool, that one goes apart. Actually, we'll put some more light green on that in a minute. Then we'll be done. Alright, we'll put some more. It's still not transparent, don't show up real well. It's just 2 highlights. I have a bad glare in my perception out about the camera, but... Alright, a couple of little clear coats and it'll be done. Which, I'm gonna have to make some more optic nerves. Oh, got hair in there.
I'll let these dry. There you have it. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll have some more painting videos, some pours coming up. I hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching.